Not every kind of gear that I talk about on my channel is something that I'm fully and completely familiar with. For example, compound bows. I know very little about compound bows. I've never owned one up until getting prepared for this video. I'm primarily familiar with recurve bows. That's what I like the best in the archery world, and that's what I'm the most skilled with. So I'm completely new to compound bows. My channel's not an archery channel, but archery is included in my channel because I believe it is an essential skill for survival. I'm well familiar with the amount of expertise that exists out here on YouTube. So please don't think for a moment that I'm coming to you as the expert. I'm coming to you as someone who is getting acquainted with this type of bow for the first time. You as the viewer may be able to help me. I try to come on here as much as possible to help you all, but I also get help from the people who watch these videos. Here's what I know about compound bows in a nutshell. It's a way to shoot with greater power due to the way that it's set up, and also allow you to potentially shoot with a greater deal of accuracy. Let's talk about hunting door. A while back, I purchased a compact folding survival bow from them. Well, that led to several opportunities of getting to review various types of bows that they have in stock, and I've experienced more than one thing for the first time, such as shooting a Mongolian bow. I'm still not that good at it, but I got introduced to it. This is the same scenario. I'm going to be taking a look at their compound bow. It's a big time budget option for someone like myself who may just want to get in, get your feet wet, and experiment. I watched a YouTube short recently of somebody deep into the world of compound bows, and he was talking about price range, and basically he said anything 500 bucks and under would be considered a budget compound bow. Well, I think this is like 150 to 160 bucks. So this is at the bottom tier of the budget options. And here is their black compound bow. It comes with a few accessories such as the arm guard if you're into those kinds of things, all the tools you need to make the adjustments and so forth. It also comes with 12 carbon arrows. Comes with a wrist sling, pin sight, 360-degree release. This ranges from 19 to 70 pounds. In draw weight, you make your adjustment in draw weight right there. I will include a instructional video in the description section on how to do that in greater detail. You can also adjust your draw length right here, and the video that I provide will also show you instruction on that as well. Got your sights and your arrow rest and everything here. I've got a little bit of mud on the arrow rest because it's been a muddy day here. I've been doing some shooting and wasn't having a whole lot of luck, but I've finally started to put a few on the board. Bit of a bad shot, but we're getting them on the board. And that's what that extra power will do for you. They're going all the way through these targets. I'm usually fine with a 70-pound draw weight. When I took this out of the package, I wasn't able to draw it back. I loosened it a couple of times and it was perfect. If you're new to archery, don't be ashamed to go with a lower draw weight. You may be a very strong person, but these are very specific muscles that are developed over time. So just don't be ashamed to go with a lower draw weight. I like the look and feel of this. One of the biggest things that I'm struggling with right out of the gate is accuracy. You know, that's going to be my learning curve, and that's the main hill that I have to climb right now. I really don't know what I'm doing. I finally got some shots on the board, as you can see, but I shot this thing probably 20 to 30 times before even making a connection. I was consistently shooting to the left. Here's the summation of my experience and emotions. It's 31 inches axle to axle. As far as draw length, you can go from 19 inches all the way out to 30. This is a right-handed bow and shoots at about 320 feet per second. You don't have to go with black. You can get camouflage or brown. I'm not going to ramble on about a lot of the specifications as if I know everything there is about compound bows. I will provide you all of the specifications in the description section and a link. There's safety things to be considered when shooting with a compound bow, especially with this particular draw weight. I injured the top of my hand here because I was just so used to a traditional release and I didn't release it the right way. And I think I just kind of let it go suddenly and the bow kind of jerked and something hit the top of my hand. Thankfully, all it did was create a little bit of swelling and a little wound there. But take your time with this. With, you know, recurve bows, I'm always shooting a little bit faster pace. This is something you really got to take your time with. You never want to dry fire this. Whatever you do, don't dry fire it. Let's talk about aiming a little bit. You have to forgive my lack of understanding with compound bows, but I'll share with you where I'm at. Here's the release. Now, it had this connected to the side of the release. It was like that, but the screw got missing and fell off, so now I'm only working with this, so I don't know what happened there. In all the instructional videos I've watched, you know, you'll see everything from consistency regarding your anchor point and stance and all of that. And with compound bows, you are looking through this peephole and lining everything up. But for some reason, I'm still consistently to the left for the most part. I had to make like a strong adjustment in a weird direction to get it on the board. I don't even know what I did, to be honest, but I'm going to experiment a little bit more. I'm getting closer and closer, but you know, I still don't really understand the sight factor on a compound bow. I'm still shooting in a very primal way, just instinctively, to the best of my abilities with this. You know, with a recurve bow, I can be dead on with that shot most of the time, but it's just different with this. I definitely have a lot of work to do with this. And, you know, if I get good at it and I like it, then I'll probably buy a more expensive option. But you know, I'm glad to have this to start with. And that's my message in all simplicity, is that maybe you're in the same situation as I am. You're new to compound bows. Well, you know, go out and check out this link from Hunting Door. Take a look at that bow and pick it up, see what you think. If you're anything like me, you're watching one instruction tutorial after the next to how to dial the sights in on these. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to a conclusion. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Experts, I'll take any advice you can give me. Any way you can point me in the right direction will be appreciated. I watch a lot of tutorials, but I don't know. I can't get clear info on what I'm supposed to be doing with these sights. There's a lot of good instruction out there, but man, until you get out and do it, it's just hard to figure a lot of these things out. I have found it so much easier and practical to shoot a recurve bow. It's so much more instinctive, but I know that there's a reason why people use these things in the modern age for hunting, and I know that I'm missing something. But if you've got what you believe to be the perfect instruction, I'd love to hear it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.